CMPradio.net. You already know it's your boy, Uncle P, and we are live from the Cultivating Mature Positivity Studios right here at Indigo Mills, 114 West 5th Street. That's right. If you want to do your podcast, if you want to have your podcast here, man, hit me up, man. Let's talk, man. Let's talk business. And we're here to talk business today. This is Mind Our Own Business. This is the podcast, man. Keisha. Hey, I missed you, bro.
Hey, as you should. We back, though. We back for season 2.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, we're back. And this February, we got a lot going on. It's Black History Month. The Super Bowl come on tonight. The Eagles get ready to win the Super Bowl.
The birds. Let's go.
Yes.
Birds, yeah.
So, yeah, it's Black History Month. We got the bazaar that's popping up February 25th at the Leak Center. Where's that flyer at, Pierre?
The flyer.
The flyer.
The flyer.
Hey, Cola. Hey, Leslie.
There it
hey,
is.
Dante.
There's the flyer.
So we got the Black Owned Business Bazaar coming up on February 25th at the Leak Center.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of our returning vendors.
No, go ahead. Keep on going.
Here go the train.
Don't worry about the train.
Yes, Bird Gang, baby. Oh, did you tag the Eagles up there?
Did I tag
That's
the
cool.
Eagles up there?
Like, how you put that up there?
I can put a lot of stuff up there.
Oh, okay.
I could put pictures of people up there. I could put a picture of you, right?
Oh, okay.
You know, like,
But yeah, it's going down, guys. It's our 3rd annual Black History Month Black Owned Business Bazaar. It's hosted by me, Mind Our Own Businesses, Cola Styles Me. We have sponsors such as Vodkila, and our music is coming in live from our DJ Durrell.
DJ Durrell.
So it's going to be a vibe. We got some new vendors coming out. We have some of our returning vendors. It's going to be a vibe. So we do have a few spaces still open. So if you want to vend, get at us. Make sure you get at us. So you know what we do.
What we do?
When we're here, we
Yes.
mind our own businesses.
We
You
do.
know what I'm saying?
We definitely do that.
We bring out businesses within our own communities, talk to them, learn how they got started, what motivates them, hear their stories, so forth and so on. Because, without our support of one another, it's hard for us to thrive out here as Black-owned businesses.
Absolutely.
So we need to stick together. That's why we need to mind our own businesses. If we mind our own businesses, you know how much can happen amongst us? So anyway.
Growth.
How y'all feel about the Eagles winning today? Real quick. What's your
Feeling real
prediction?
Good. I'm excited. I predict they're going to win. I predict I'm going to be at the parade tomorrow, turning up, having fun, freezing my butt off, but
It's not going to be cold tomorrow. It's not going to be that cold
You don't
tomorrow.
think so?
No, it's supposed to be
Thursday.
What's going on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to give them time to celebrate, and then everybody time to plan the parade, right? They don't want to
They
plan
got
and they
green
lose.
poles and all
Right.
of
It's
that.
going to be an official parade tomorrow.
Yeah.
People all are dancing in the street parade tomorrow.
Oh, it's gonna be tonight.
Yeah.
That's going on tonight, right? If you got
These poles are happening
So I might
tonight.
take the kids on the train up there just so they can be a part of this
Right.
moment.
Absolutely.
Right. Everything is history. You know what I'm saying? Because,
Get a little bit closer to that microphone. You scared of the mic?
you scared
I'm
of the
not
mic?
scared of the microphone.
All I
Yeah,
need
just-
is
Can you
one
hear
mic.
Yeah. Get a little bit
Oh,
All
closer.
I need is
Right.
one mic. So today we have Coach Dawn Michelle of Dawn Michelle Enterprises, and she's here to tell us a little bit about her business. So for those that don't know you, tell us a little bit about yourself and about your brand.
So, hello everybody. I am Coach Dawn Michelle, CEO and a visionary of the Dawn Michelle Enterprises. Dawn Michelle Enterprises was created not too long ago, actually. I was looking for a solution for our small business owners and our entrepreneurs in our communities that are in need of a little assistance in getting out of their own way, if you will, helping them along, further themselves along. A lot of people you see are stuck in a space, stuck on a hamster wheel, trying to figure their way out, trying to figure out how to, redirect and restructure their business model so that they can grow and expand and be more profitable. And during the pandemic, I noticed that a lot of our entrepreneurs and business owners were disqualified and eliminated from a lot of the programming and funding sources that were available to business owners so that they could sustain through the pandemic because of compliance issues. A lot of our small business owners and entrepreneurs kind of just run the business. They have a hustle mindset, which is go, get the money. But the back office, administrative stuff, the compliance things that they need and the structures that they have to have in place to be legit and to be recognized are not in place. So that bothered me. That bothered me.
I'm one of those people.
That bothered me. So I decided, after seeing several people and clients that I work with coming into the community, to create something for them to help solve that problem. So I decided to create Dawn Michelle Enterprises, which will be the forerunner and host of our entrepreneurship training program and academy. It is called the No Hustle University.
Okay.
And with that being said, it's all about business and no games. No hustle meaning no more hustle mindset. We're no longer going to be hustling our way through things and just kind of figuring things out. We're going to sit down. We're going to be strategic. We're going to be coordinated. We're going to be in compliance. And we're going to do things the right way so that we can be profitable and have respect for ourselves and all these other people out here. So now when we're walking into places and walking into rooms and situations, there's no question of whether or not we have our stuff in order, because we know we do.
Right.
And we've been trained, we've been supported, we've been mentored, we've been coached, we have, everything's ready, and we're ready to go, and we're ready to grow, without no question, and with confidence. So that is kind of why I started that. My heart was broken when a lot of our community members and business owners were not able to get the help that they worked for.
Right.
You have people that have been in business 20, 30 years, mom and pops, different places, and you wouldn't believe how many people are in need of assistance with just being compliant. Some people don't even understand what that is.
Okay, can't tell us.
They don't even understand what that is. I
Can you
mean,
tell
it's
us?
from anywhere from being legally registered, whether that's a sole proprietorship registration, your name registrations, an LLC or S Corp, so your C Corp corporations, licensed through your local city or state. In addition to the LLC and corporate registrations, you have your local government registrations, meaning you may have to have a city license for business operations or a county license for operations. Your insurance is important. You have to have your banking account established. You have to have your operations agreements in place and your articles of incorporation, all those paperwork things that are in place. You have to have a business credit. You have to have banking history. You have to have merchant accounts in place to show and demonstrate that you're actually bringing in revenue and operating and functioning. Your portfolio, your profiles, your online presence, your presence in the community, all of these things that people may or may not know or may not be aware of. Most importantly, your bookkeeping and your record keeping and your accounting methods and how you're tracking and doing things and how you're reporting. A lot of our people are not reporting their business the right way. You have to do your federal taxes, your state taxes, your local and county taxes. You have to pay unemployment insurance. You have to pay Department of Revenue. Like, all of these places are required some type of reporting and sometimes payouts depending on your business structure and what you're doing in order to be in compliance. And a lot of our business owners are just not doing that. Some people are they just live the way they live. They move how they move. Like I said, they have a hustle mentality, a hustle spirit, and that's how they want to function. I've seen a lot of clients come through the office who want to do more and want to grow, but then they're stuck, like I said, with the mindset of whether or not they want to go that extra mile. Do they want to stay here or they want to transition over? And that's part of what I do too. I consider myself to be a transformational coach. I help with the mindset of it all.
Gotcha.
Because it's a big step in deciding on making that change. But
It
people need to
is.
understand the importance of it.
Definitely
And
is.
to give you an example, I have let's say we have a young lady, let's say her name is, can you hear me? I'm sorry. We might have a young lady that comes in. She's good at doing hair. She does hair in her kitchen. You see what I'm saying? She might have went to school, got her license, but she decided, I'm here, I'm in this community, I'm in this housing development, which is a fixed income. You know what I mean? It's comfortable for me. I can afford this.
Right.
So therefore, I decide to do hair in the kitchen so that I don't have to report it.
Right.
so that I can keep the benefits of this housing grant that I'm receiving and everything else that comes with that, and then still be ghetto fabulous and have the extra money, take the trips and do the things that I want to do. But then when you operate and you function with that mindset and that mentality, you're never going to be able to change and grow.
Right.
Sister girl, you have to make
Challenge
a decision.
yourself.
I sit them
Right.
down. You have to make a decision today. Are you going to stay in this position so that you can keep getting this housing assistance and keep getting these food stamps? Or are you going to report this $10,000 a month that you're making in doing box braids and laying these bundles in these girls' hair and coming out here and go ahead and just pay Uncle Sam what he's due and go ahead and get registered and then step out and get your own and grow and expand. You know, and it just really comes down to that.
See, people don't even really understand, like, it's profitable to have your business legalized.
Exactly.
Like, all of your equipment, all of your supplies, like, these are considered some of your tax breaks. Like, so you're only robbing yourself by not doing it the legit way, the legal way. So
Exactly.
eventually, you know, a lot of businesses will come around.
They'll come around.
Yeah, they'll get their.
They'll get it, as my say. So my motto is, like I tell them, like I tell a young girl that wants to keep doing hair in the kitchen, but now she's on a straddling the fence about whether or not it's time to transition. I say, hey, listen, I need you to stop playing and get your shit together.
Get your shit together.
I need y'all to stop playing and get your shit together.
Do you say it like that?
Straight like that. Straight like that.
Now, what is the person, when you say it like that, how do people take it, right?
Yeah, how do
Because I
people
speak like that all the time, and I get into a lot of arguments, right?
So it just depends on the person. A lot of them are taken back, first of all.
Right.
Because I'm so direct with it.
Yeah.
But then if the shoe fits,
Wear it,
wear it.
please.
And if the glove don't fit, you must equip. But if the shoe fits, wear it. If it fits, wear it, right? So they might be taken back, and then they say, you know what? I can't even be mad at you.
Oh, you
You're
can't.
Right.
Right.
You can't
Right.
be mad at the truth.
You're right. And it's those ones and those reactions from
That
those
grow.
people that needed to hear that.
Right.
So
Right.
I actually haven't gotten into any conflicts because of my directness up until this point. You know, either my personality and my coaching style is a good match for you or it's not.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not here to play.
Right.
I have a history. I have a story. And a passion about why I'm not here to play. Compliance is very important. I got in trouble some years ago for being out of compliance and doing things the wrong way.
Right.
Taking shortcuts, trying to move fast, getting around Uncle Sam.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Thinking
Not
you
wanting
were
to
getting
follow
around
the
him.
rules
Right,
or
right,
whatever.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
I had to answer for that. The federal government came for me. It was United States versus Dawn Chamberlain.
Oh.
Yeah, they came. They came and got my ass. Straight
didn't
like
know
that. So I had to answer for that. I had to sit for that. You know what I mean? I was sat in federal prison, away from my family, away from the community, everything taken from me. And I had to sit down and suffer the consequences of my actions or inactions to do things the right way. So that is the main reason why I'm very, very passionate about compliance.
Compliance.
Because you will have to answer for that sooner or later. And it
Right,
may not be
right.
you, but it'll be somebody else.
Somebody
I mean,
else.
they can't get everybody.
Right.
So you say or so you think.
Right, right.
But don't let that be you.
Right.
You see what I mean? And,
Right.
and at the end of the day, when I was sitting there and going through my process and my journey and my self-discovery and learning all about me and the choices I could have done differently, it was all about my mindset at the end of the day. It was fixated and conditioned to the environment that I was in and what I had seen and I had learned. Get money the fast way, hustle. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Put it in the cash box. Don't report it. You know what I mean? Break the rules. You don't got to do all that. We can go around it. Do it this way. You know what I mean? It's the come up. It's this. It's that. No. That's not the way.
That's
Right.
not the way.
That's not the way. That's
So
not the
how
way.
did that, first of all, how was that for as a black woman to be in the Fed?
Well, first
Like,
of
what
all,
is that like?
It was devastating. It was devastating. A whole slap in the face. Because here you are, moving and shaking, doing you, on top of the world, ghetto superstar, fabulous, making this good money. You're unstoppable, right? So you
Right.
think, and the next thing you know, here comes these people to show you, no, you
You're
ain't nobody.
unstoppable.
You're
Right.
unstoppable. You're powerless, right? So I'm stripped of my power. I'm stripped of my identity. Everything that I have was taken away from me, and I had to leave. I'm taken from my life, made another body snatched and put into this new, strange environment, and having to deal with just me. That was the most
It's real.
fucked up, excuse my language.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Real.
Situation
Yeah.
that you could ever imagine.
Absolutely.
Imagine dealing with you and your own bullshit
Every day.
every
Every day.
single day.
For how long?
I was there for 2 years, 2 months, 2 weeks, and 2 days, straight like that.
Damn.
Straight like that. 2 years, 2 months, 2 weeks, and 2 days. And you have to deal with you. That's like a lot of people, you don't think you're the problem. You think
Right.
Everybody else is the
Right.
problem.
everybody.
Why don't you understand what I'm doing, right?
What am I doing wrong? You know, you make a bunch of excuses. You
Oh, I shoulda
pass
did this, I
blame
shoulda did
here
that.
and there,
Right,
until
right.
it comes to that one day where I'm just sitting there. Like I remember just sitting there, sitting on the compound, sitting in my cell, and just like kind of like it's all coming to me, and I'm like, you know what?
This is my fault.
It's my fault.
Yeah.
I'm the problem.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm the problem.
Right.
I need to stop playing and get my shit together.
Get you. Oh wow.
My life on paper doesn't match my actions and my behavior. And it's completely unacceptable. And there's no reason for this. For what? When you could have just did things differently and did things the right way. And why didn't you? So now we're back to the mindset. What was
Right.
it?
What was it?
Right.
Self-doubt. No self-esteem. Afraid. You know what I mean? Not knowing my worth.
Damn.
I mean, not
Great
having the
talking.
support.
Right.
Not knowing, not being in the right rooms with the right people.
With the right
That
people.
part.
Mentors, coaches.
Right.
Coaches, yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Being lazy.
Extra lazy.
Lazy, not wanting to make the sacrifices, wanting to be okay with the conditioned normacy that our environment and our communities have subjected us to.
Right.
Right.
And here I am thinking I'm above and beyond everybody else, and I'm right caught up in the cyclone of it.
Because you made money, obviously, while you
Yeah.
were doing this. When you were non-compliant, you made more money, right? You were able to take trips, you were able to buy things, so you didn't see it as a bad situation until you were locked up and you were looking at yourself. You was like, damn, I was wrong.
Exactly. You
So-
think you, I was dead wrong. When you're non-compliant, so you can make money being compliant. though.
Right.
You
Right.
make
You can.
more money.
Right.
being
More money
compliant.
being compliant.
That part.
But at
Absolutely.
the time, I thought cheating the system
Right.
was smarter. You know, I was getting over it.
Yes.
I was getting over it.
Right.
Until, like I said, even before they came and got me, I was doing things, you know, out of order, and I wasn't in compliance. So I'm making all this money, shoebox money,
Right.
and I go in the bank and they
Can't
don't
get along.
respect me.
No, at all.
Who are you?
Right.
You
Right.
don't have work.
Right.
You can't. You don't even have transaction histories. You can't document this. You can't.
Right.
Okay, you got this going on, but where's your proof? Where's your
Right.
paper trail? Drop your receipts. Where are
Right.
they at? So that I was like, damn. All right, well, whatever. Okay, then screw it then. And then I'm
Right.
back to
Square
back
one.
to doing it
Right,
again.
right,
Back
right,
in the lab.
right.
Back to
Shoebox
the
money,
shoebox.
right.
Continuing
Yeah.
the patterns
Hustling.
of the behavior. Continuing
Hustling.
the cycle, the hustle mentality. You know what I mean? Until again, like I said, it just got out of control, and you know, it was time for me to get my ass sat down. You know what I mean? And like I said, it was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. To be honest,
I say the same thing.
it was the best thing that ever could have happened to me. You know, as devastating as it was, and as it felt to be taken away, isolated, pulled from my life, missing everything.
Everything and everyone.
I was able to figure out who I was and what my fucking problem was.
Right.
Right.
Straight up,
Right,
straight
right,
like that.
right.
And come up with a strategy on how to get my shit together.
Absolutely.
And know that I didn't want to be back in this situation again, ever,
That part.
you know, ever.
That
And,
part.
you know, putting my family through that, myself through that, my community through that. It's hard. It's a hard thing to do.
It is.
Right.
It's difficult. It's embarrassing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's you know, it's shame, the guilt. You know what I mean? The remorse. You know, I hurt myself. I've hurt my family and friends. I hurt community members and people that I was close to. You know, I was out of control. I was a monster.
And when you came home, you had to build your credibility
I
back
had to
up.
build my credibility back.
Right.
I had to gain trust back
Absolutely.
with people in the community, with my family, with my friends, and I still work hard for that to this day.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I appreciate those that have accepted me
Right.
and
People that
been
love you.
open to,
Absolutely.
you know, letting me come back in and giving me that second chance and that opportunity, because I wholeheartedly do regret the decisions that I made.
Right.
Because
Right.
if you know better, you do better, right?
That part.
So I didn't know better. Like I
Right.
said, I'm just moving like what I've been conditioned to see, what I've
Absolutely.
known, what I've learned. So now I am passionate about being that example of teaching them how to do things the right way. So
Right.
when I'm looking at the people, when I think back and I see the people that I admired and kind of mimic my lifestyle of, I don't want to be that person. I don't want my young children and family members and community members to just see those people. I want to be that other person that they see that's doing things in compliance, that's doing things the right way, and showing them, like, I got receipts for my Gucci.
Right.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, you could pull me up online. You can pull up my online account. Not back then.
Right.
I'm going to the booster,
Right.
to this, to that. You already, you know the play. Get the gift card. Get into the no. Until you get caught coming out of that retail store and get bagged for receiving stolen property.
Right.
When you buying from boosters or doing the gift card flips and all the stuff that it's so much game and so many hustles going on, and it's all tied in. And once you start doing one thing, you just get into this lifestyle pattern, and it's just like how you're moving. So we have to work at breaking that cycle and breaking that thinking. Like I said, that hustle mindset, we have to change it. And if it takes me in my sacrifice to be an example for other people to help them, then that's what it's going to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? I tell my young, like I said, mentees and my family members and stuff, I was like, I'm going to be the only one. My sacrifice is going to be the only sacrifice. I'm going to be the only one that sat in prison. Like, we're not doing this. We're shutting this down. This stops now.
Yeah, I said the same thing. I said the same thing.
Now.
Absolutely.
And what we going to do? How we going to get our shit together?
Right.
What does it take?
Right.
If that's for you. Because entrepreneurship and business ownership is not for everybody.
It's not.
And that's part of what our entrepreneurship training program will do. When you come through our program, we have assessments and evaluations, and we'll have some, some small talk, kind of getting to know the person and seeing, doing some, preliminary trainings, if you will, to kind of see if entrepreneurship and business ownership is a good match and at the time. Because, you may have a lot of work to do, and you may be absolutely ready. We won't know that until we kind of do these assessments and see. Right. For me, I've been an entrepreneur for over 20 years. I got kind of forced into entrepreneurship due to a layoff. I started off, regular, went to high school, college. I was, gung-ho about my, my profession. I was going to work in that field and climb to the top of somebody else's ladder. Until one day, we had a meeting. It was an emergency meeting in the boardroom. All staff, come on down. What's this? Are we having pizza party? What's going on? Oh, no. I regret to inform you that our funds have been pooled. The grants won't be renewed, and this is our last week.
Wow.
So Friday's your last day at work. I'm like, huh? What you mean? But I just graduated. I got my degree in this field, and I'm, what are you talking about?
I'm on the job.
It ended. Like my job. Like, what am I doing? Like, what's going on? So it was just like that. They took it from me, and I felt helpless, powerless, very vulnerable at that point, and it was very frustrating for me. And I said, that feeling that you feel, I don't ever want to feel that again. I don't ever want anybody else to have control over me and my destiny and my life, my livelihood. So I was forced into becoming an entrepreneur. So I took the skills that I had from the jobs that I had done with the other organizations, other people's stuff, and I decided to, with family members, we launched a family business. Our first family business, Kid Caters Parties, and from there,
I remember that.
Yeah. So from there, we, then I started the tax business later. So after that and whatnot, and then it just kept going from there. So like I said, it's been a long time that I've been doing entrepreneurship and endeavors, and I've since went back to school, got further training, been in different rooms, different environments, different people, learned a whole lot, and made some good and bad choices, like I said, that leads me here today to be able to speak on this and be able to provide service to others. So, that's pretty much the gist of it. That's what Dawn Michelle Enterprises represents. Said we want to just help each other.
Right.
Help each other. Right. And get a sauce up.
Yeah.
Right.
That part, like, people don't want to give it up. They don't want to get a sauce up.
Like, now, don't get me wrong.
You can't give it all.
You can't give it all, and needs to be a sacrifice and an investment involved with any kind of information exchange and training. And it's only right, because if you don't pay attention, right?
That part.
Right. And I had to work hard for mine. Blood, sweat, tears, and put that coin up. I had to drop that bag. So you gonna do it too. You gonna feel it. Right. It's only right. You gotta walk the walk before you can talk the talk. So yes, you have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in you, and you have to be willing to make that sacrifice. So that's also a mindset thing. What are you worth?
Right.
You know what I mean? What does an investment in yourself look like? You know what I'm saying? You running around here, like I said, bundles, chains.
Right.
Toro rentals, you know, all the stuff that people with that hustle mindset
Right.
can do. And I don't mean to, I'm not trying to stereotype anybody. Don't get me wrong. I could talk the talk because I walk the walk, been there, trenches, all that. Yeah, I can say what I want. Thank you. All right.
Right.
Period. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being
Absolutely.
honest.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not trying to act funny or high sedity or none of that stuff. No. All that. All of the above. Been there and done that. But you have to just decide, you know, when are you going to make that change? You know, what is it going to take? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And like I said, investing in yourself is key. Believing in yourself, having the confidence, step outside the box.
Right.
If you don't have the support system around you and in the people that you're around, you need to change that circle.
You need to change your
Gotta
circle.
change your circle.
You gotta
for
change that
sure.
circle.
You
And sometimes
definitely
you
do.
might do it by yourself. You can't
Right.
take your friend with you. You can't take this one
You
with
can't
you.
take
Right.
everybody with you.
You got to. It might not, because your journey might not be their journey.
I didn't know what that meant until I went through it. Right? I didn't know like you couldn't take people that you love with you, like genuinely, like people that you really love, and they're not supportive, right? Because you're changing, right?
Right.
And they don't understand why you're changing. If everything's good over here, why are you changing your whole?
Exactly.
Why are you changing up how you doing things, bro? We keep it like this. No, that doesn't work for me
Right.
anymore. It might work for you because you're not really working.
Sometimes to
But
get to the next level,
I gotta
is
change.
required.
I gotta evolve, bro.
Right.
Evolution is living,
Right.
bro. Truly, like, and I understand that. I get everything that you're saying, right? Sitting in that jail cell, wondering what am I doing? What? That didn't make sense. Like, why am I out there? And then having my son before I went in, I knew he couldn't take on what I had because the things that I have escaped from will fall on his lap. The things that I've ducked, the things that I've missed, I haven't been shot, right? My son's gonna be shot. How am I gonna feel, right? I gotta change my life. I gotta figure out what I'm doing. And I started the radio station based off of my son. It wasn't off of me. It was off of knowing that if I continue down this road, he's gonna hop on, he's gonna help me out, and he's gonna meet the thing that I've been running from the whole time.
that part.
You know what I mean? So the sins of the father get passed down to the son. I don't want no sins. I want good shit to be passed down to my
Exactly.
son. You feel me?
Exactly.
Wealth and experience and different types of people.
Exactly.
So, you know, I had to change, and I understand what you're saying. So yeah, I'm going to be in that class that you got because I need
this
it.
course, get in that class.
I
Like
need
said,
it.
We're opening up a new waiting list. I'm in a cohort now that's ending, and we have a new cohort starting probably mid to late March. We'll see once we go through the assessments and screenings and see the people that are interested. We'll be able to have like a specific date, but my goal is to get started in March. With those that are qualified and those that make the investment.
Right.
And again, the investments will be at different levels, but it will be an investment and a commitment and a sacrifice that put forth, but there will be results.
Right.
Because I'm not playing.
Okay.
My time is valuable, and I ain't
Absolutely.
got time for nobody's bullshit.
That part.
So either you're going to come in here and you're serious about what you're doing, or this is not the space for you.
I'm just going to sit outside
Right.
and watch all these
Somewhere
successful
else.
people walk in and out.
Somewhere else, because I don't want to be. I'm not for play. What the guy say? I'm not for play.
Right.
And neither are you. You know, this is serious business out here, and you would be surprised how fast you can make a shift and make a change and get things moving if you just do things the right way and in order and you're compliant. It does not take long to change your life.
And it's
It
a
does not
mindset
take
thing.
long.
Like
At
sometimes it's
all.
just a changing your mindset.
Change your
to
mindset.
Go in the right direction.
You go for it. You want to do
Post
it.
in the comments. Can you see the comments, or is that light?
That light's probably in the
Oh, I
way.
She
can see
said that
somebody said
sharing the
no.
sauce is okay, but people want everything for nothing.
nothing.
If you don't work for it, you don't appreciate
appreciate
it.
it.
So
Absolutely.
basically
Like I
what
said, if you
just
don't
said.
pay, you don't pay attention.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to share a little bit of the sauce, but you have to. All the sauce is a privilege,
Right.
and it's not for everybody. They don't know what to do with it. You know what I mean? So yes, I agree with other sauce. A drop of knowledge, real talk. Hey, Cola.
Yeah, she.
Oh,
heavy
she
out
sent me
there.
the phone so I could see the comments. Hey, Mary.
So was it like a big or was there any challenges like when you came out into shifting into the doing things the right way, like legalizing everything? Was there any challenges
Absolutely.
to that?
Well, first of all, I have an F on my chest now. I'm a super felon.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's going to follow you forever.
Right.
You mean you can get pardons and expungements and all that stuff too. Those are options as well, but it's still, they know.
You know.
You know what I'm saying? So even coming out of prison and going into the halfway house and going to get jobs and trying to do things that way, because initially I was like, all right, I'm let me try
Right.
to do this. It was still barriers, doors closing. Oh, you're a convicted felon. You're white collar crime. Oh, you can't be trusted. This and this and that. So now here I am. Okay, back to my entrepreneurship endeavors and journey. And here's the thing, and which leads me to this next thing I'm getting ready to let you know about. Even with funding and different lenders and things, if you have a history of conviction or felons, there's going to be a barrier.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even with signing up for different certifications with the government and contracts and different things like that, there's constituents based upon your criminal history. Some depends on what it is, the amount of time, but there's barriers. So I was hitting all those barriers, which was again another frustration. So that's what leads me to say I decided to, and while I was incarcerated, this came to me. God gave me this vision. And it was literally in my little marble notebook. You know about them marble notebooks.
Yes,
when you
I
did
do.
time, you know about
Yes, I
them little
do.
black and white notebooks, the
Right.
envelopes, whatever you can find to write on the
Right
back
on
of the
it.
magazine
Right on it.
article. When it comes to you, when he gives it to you, you write it down, right?
Right.
So he gave me the vision. He said, Dawn, you're going to have to lead by example, but also create a vessel, if you will, that's going to be able to help them. It's something that's tangible, something that's real, because a lot of these programs and people are out here making promises and selling dreams,
They
and
aren't
when you
real.
get there, you
Right.
see that they fall short. I don't want that to happen. So God gave me the vision to create a felon-friendly foundation. I Am Felon Friendly Foundation, which is a philanthropy vessel to create awareness, number one, and raise money for justice-impacted people and their families who want to start entrepreneurship endeavors. So to be for
Nice.
us and by us,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Right.
To give back, put into, and put back out.
That's awesome.
Giving it to the organizations and the people that are out here really doing the work, and the people that are
Right.
deserving of it. And we generate so much money in our communities for other people, and people who are just as impacted support everything. So why wouldn't you support this? Why would you
Right.
support this? And the goal for that would be to be able to, so give you a prime example, Pierre. You got somebody that's coming through, because we're going into the prisons as well.
Right.
So they start their programming prior to leaving and prior to the release from incarceration. They come into the halfway house. Here's a barrier. I don't have no money. How am I going to register a business? How am I going to get things started? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? How am I going to get inventory? What am I going to do? Okay, well, you come to the Felon Friendly Foundation. We got you. If you're a candidate, if you've met the qualifications, if you've put in the work, and you're deemed, here's this scholarship, here's this grant for you. We riding with you.
Right.
We fucking with you.
Right.
Right.
Straight like that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
we're going to look out, and this is what this is for.
Wow.
And, here we go. Get them off and running. Can you imagine? Because you already know the thirst, the hunger, the hustle,
Yeah.
the grizzly in the mindset of, quote unquote, a felon,
Right.
right? A lot of them.
Right.
A lot of them are just business owners and
That's
entrepreneurs.
it. Before they become
CEOs,
before they
Right,
become
right,
that
that,
just
right?
didn't know, didn't have
Right.
guidance.
Right.
But like I said, conditioned to what the communities have taught us,
Right.
and didn't really know how to do it the right way, so they just did what they learned.
Absolutely.
Right? So
Yeah.
imagine giving them an opportunity, right? Teaching them, training them, and then dropping a bag on them. Like,
Well, go get it.
go get it.
Right.
We done came through this training program.
Legally.
We in here with you. We in these trenches there, and I go get it. Go get it.
Wow.
Let them go. What's going to happen? What's going to happen?
Great things.
Great things are going to happen.
Great things.
Can happen.
They're going to
Absolutely.
eat, and then they're going to come back and feed their cubs, and they're going to come, and it's just going to reciprocate. It's going to reciprocate,
Right.
but you got to be able to help people and give them real hope. Like I said, it's a lot of programs out here, and don't get me wrong, it's a lot of programs that'll help you and things of such, and we're just going to be adding to it.
Right.
We're just
part.
adding to it. Like I said, and campaigning and creating awareness and being a vessel, straight revenue source, coming in and going right back out to the cause, because we want to reduce recidivism. That's the main thing.
That's the main goal.
You want to reduce recidivism, and you can go through all these training programs and workshops and build your resumes and do this and go down here to the state building. When it comes down to it, if you don't have no dollars, it ain't making no sense.
Right.
And then they say when you hit these roadblocks, like you said,
You go right
I'm
back to
still
doing what you were
filling
doing?
up. You back to
Yeah.
the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Back to doing what you're doing. Back against the
And your
wall.
homie's like, I told you
I
you'd be
told
back.
you, here we go,
Yeah.
recidivism again, and it can
Yeah.
get worse, or back in drug involved, or subsiding to other addictions and different things. Those energies and those spirits that take us,
Right.
strongholds that are in our community. So no, that's part of the Felon Friendly Foundation. So along with Dawn Michelle Enterprises, I Am Felon Friendly Foundation is just literally 4 months we got established. So we are still in developmental stages.
Okay.
We're still looking for volunteers, board members, anybody who's interested and supports the cause that wants to get involved and help. We need help.
Absolutely.
We need help. We're down there at the Chester Cultural Arts and Community Center.
The
down
Cat
in Chester.
Center.
The Cat Center.
Shout out to the
I'm
Cat
one of the
Center.
founding partners down there. We've been there. This is our fourth year.
Yeah.
You outside.
This will be our fifth.
I'm like,
It's
this is our fifth?
Our sixth and is your fifth.
Yeah, so
Right,
we're
right,
down
right.
there. I tell everybody I'm in this little corner office.
Mm.
So I'm coming out of my corner office and into the community.
Mm-hmm.
We have a myriad of nonprofit organizations down there at the center that all help with various
Dope.
things. Our other nonprofit is called the Hooper Council Positive Potential Project. We are in the school districts doing the Art of Expression programming, which is behavior modification through the arts. So we go in and we help with social emotional development and helping the kids process through trauma and their behavior. So we've been doing that. This is our fifth year. So we're doing some
So
stuff.
which foundation is that?
Now that is Hooper Council Positive Potential Project. That's the nonprofit organization that's in partnership with the Chester Cultural Arts and Technology Center.
Gotcha.
Now the foundation is the new one. That's the Felon Friendly Foundation. That's the new one in
Right.
support of the entrepreneurship program. So Dawn Michelle Enterprises is a for-profit mission, for-profit business model. The nonprofits are the nonprofit. So this for-profit thing for entrepreneurship, because y'all going to get the money, I want mine too. I want
I
mine
know
too.
that's right.
But I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you get it, and our team is gonna help you get it, and we're serious about that. We're serious about that. So yeah, what we
So
got
if a
going
business wanted to come to you today to get the help that you offer or the services that you provide, like how can they do that?
So right now, like I said, the waiting list is not open yet. But what they can do is they can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok and inbox me and put wait list. I'm
Gotcha.
interested in the wait list. In the next 2 weeks, we'll send out information and start the screening process because it's like I said, it's going to be a screening process. It's serious. We're not playing with people.
Gotcha.
I am
know
not,
that's
I don't
right.
have time to play with
Girl, you said
people
you did
who
your
want to
time.
play. I did my time, and I don't have no time. Guess
Right.
what? Listen, I just lost my son. You know what I mean? So I'm not playing with nobody. You know, life is
Wow.
not permanent.
No, it's not.
So
Life has
we need
hit
to be
you,
happy.
sis. Life has
Life has
came
hit
at
me.
you, and
Yes.
like what drives you? Like you said, you just lost your son. Like, how did you bounce back from that? Because I actually have been watching your social media feeds, like your TikToks, and I'm like, sis is going strong out here. Like I think I would have buckled under that pressure, like
Really?
from life. Like I can't say what I would have done until you're
Right.
in that type
In
of
that
situation.
situation.
I mean, but my mindset is like I would have buckled. How did you push through that?
So you think or you say that you would have buckled. But what actually happened with me was like the minute I remember, you know, when the police came and they told us what was going on and what had happened, you know, that for me it was probably like good 30 seconds of the trauma reaction, screaming and just, you know, loss of breath and not knowing where I was at, what space I was in, and then it was a instant surge of comfort and strength that came over me that was nothing but God. And it said, stand up. Stand up. I got you. I got this. You got this. You already know what this is. And you know what I can do for you and where I'm going to lead you. Stand up, sis. Stand up. And I got up and I just faced it head on. I decided to accept the reality of what was happening and understand that I have no control over the situation. And if you
That
have
part.
no control over the situation, why would you let it control you?
Right.
It's nothing
Yes.
I can do about it. It's unfortunate. It's devastating. I am hurt. I am torn. I am heartbroken. But at the end of the day, being angry, laying around with a blanket over my head, weeping and wallowing all day, and being lost, and seeking drugs and different things to cope and make excuses for myself. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to change anything. I can't control it. It's done. He's the bottom line, end all, know all. It'd be different if he maybe got locked up. Then I could, okay, let me get a lawyer. Let me, so, he needed a rod in his leg, and let's try another surgeon.
Right.
It wasn't that situation. It was the final situation. It's nothing I can do about it. Mom can't help. Mom can't save the situation. I can't work you. So what do? I have no choice but to get up and keep pushing. Get up every day and choose life.
That's so inspiring.
I have to live for myself. I have other children to live for, grandkids, family members, a husband. My other, the community members and people out here that need me, and my son is in a good place. And guess what? Now I have something to look forward to in transitioning.
Right.
I get to see him again.
Right.
I get to see him again. And I've never felt like that before. I've had apprehension and anxiety about death, thoughts of death in the past prior to this.
Right.
Now I'm looking forward to it.
Wow.
Because my baby's there.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not that I want to leave now. God, look.
I know that's right.
Keep me here. Right.
But understanding what I'm
that's right.
saying,
Yeah.
that now, transition is not going to be so bad now.
Right.
Because I got somebody there waiting for me, along with other family members.
Right.
So I just decided to just not let that control me. And I prayed early on when people said, oh, we're praying for you, this and that. I said, okay, pray for me. I want you to, but I
Right.
want you to be specific and intentional about your prayers. Just don't be throwing stuff up in the air about what you're praying for. I need you to pray for, our mental health,
Right.
Our family unity, rebuke the spirit of depression, the spirit of addiction, the spirit of isolation. You know what I mean? Remove and rebuke and release my family from those strongholds early
Right.
on. And I stand on that. Because something like this will take you out.
It will.
Yeah.
Like you said, you don't even know how you would do it. I don't know how. I just get up. I say every morning, come on, Dawn, get up, get your shit together. Stop playing. Get your shit together. Come on, get out the bed. And even if I just get up and get out the bed and go brush my teeth and go have a cup of coffee, I've done enough. I've done a lot for myself.
that's right.
Considering
Yeah.
the situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it went from one day, okay, I'll get up and get the coffee. Now today I'll get up, I'll get the coffee, and then maybe I'll take a walk. And then, okay, I'll get up, I'll get the coffee, I'll take a walk. Let me see. Let me look at my text messages and see who texted me or who called me. Because it was a period where I didn't really, want to talk to people like that. I was just
Right.
kind of like, processing and things. And I still have those moments where you just, want to be by yourself and just kind of self-reflect and do. But I just said, no, I don't want to be that dark side. I don't
Yeah.
want that no more. Because I've been there before. Remember that space that I told you about when you
Yeah.
asked me what it was like when I went in
Yeah.
incarceration and I was there looking all crazy, sitting in that dark space? That wasn't a dark room. That was my head. That dark space was in my head.
So since you've been home, have you ever found that dark space again out here in the street to go there and reflect on what you've done business-wise and how you can be better, right? Do you find isolation for you is more of a benefit than it was before you went in? Does that make
Absolutely.
sense? Okay.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Because now I know what to do in that space.
Yeah, I thought I was going crazy because I would rather be by myself
Right.
than surrounded by people nagging or trying to hold you accountable for anything. I'll leave and I'll be here in this building by myself working on stuff for the radio station.
It's called boundaries.
Right.
That part.
You have boundaries in place.
Right.
Because, like I said, dealing with myself, before I didn't do that. I ripped and ran. I did other things, right? Now, sitting in that isolation and being in that incarceration environment, it taught you to deal with yourself. So now I love it.
Right.
All right, sit down, sit yourself down somewhere, isolate, be by yourself, think, process, check yourself, look in the mirror. What needs to be done? I journal a lot. I write journal and I video journal too. You know what I mean? I document my emotions, I document my thoughts. It helps me process things. I go back, I can chart my growth and things of such, and it's
That's
therapeutic
dope.
for me. You understand what I'm saying? And I talk to myself.
I talk to myself a lot too. Yeah, you got to. You have to.
So it helps get me through. Like I said, I get up every day and I decide to push through. And don't get me wrong, when that grief comes, it comes, and you never know when it's coming because
Right.
it's just very powerful. I can't control it, and I just allow the episode to take place and run its natural course. And then when it passes over, then I'll, collect myself and then continue on or try to continue on what I'm doing. Or sometimes I might just need to go end the day and then lay it down. It just depends on how it happens and what it occurs. But I'm just determined not to not. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm determined
it
not
makes
to
a lot
not.
of sense.
You know what I mean? Because it can
Yeah.
take you out of here.
It can.
It can take you out of here. Depression, grief, lack of self-value and self-worth, those are all negative things. It's toxic. Toxic
Right.
to our minds, our mindsets, and it takes a toll on you physically as well. So I'm not interested in that.
Did you have to go through any form of counseling?
I'm in counseling now. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Gotcha.
I went through counseling during incarceration when I came home, and I'm definitely in grief counseling now. Absolutely. I encourage it. It's something that's needed, and our community members need to be more aware of that and more accepting of that. Absolutely. I am in a grief counseling now. I'm in week 6? Week 6, and I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
I didn't think I would like counseling. I didn't think I would like therapy. My friend used to call it the rapist. I was like, because he's raping your mind. I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, to a point, but he's helping me to look at me. You look at yourself.
You definitely do.
You can see other people. You can't see yourself until you're looking into a mirror. But if you don't know who you are and what you are and how you deal with things, you don't even know who you're looking at when you look into that mirror, right? You have to know you. So you need to talk to somebody to say, I like to do this, I like to do that, I like to do this. What's good or bad about those things? Oh, well, my therapist asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. He said, you are a 16-year-old man. I said, what? He said, what you want to be when you grow up? I didn't know. I had to call my aunt and have a conversation with her. She's like, you always used to grab the toilet paper roll and walk up to grandmama and ask her how it was cooking dinner, so I thought you wanted to be a broadcast journalist. I said, damn, I did go to college. I did major in communications. All right, yeah, let me do that. I went back to him, told him what I wanted to be, and that's how the birth of CMP Radio was founded. He said, do that, and then your book that you like to write in it. Write about what you want to be. He told me I was 16 years old because what I was doing, how I was behaving, was that of a 16-year-old man. I said, wow. I was 36.
Man. Yeah.
Wow.
That's
I
a
said,
child.
damn, he said, you haven't grown. Once you learned how to make money on the streets, I did not evolve past that point. I stopped reading. I stopped doing different things. It was like, shit, he ain't lying, right? And so I called him every now and then. We have a phone call. I go talk to him, And because of that relationship that I built with him, you feel me? Like I was able to start the radio station. Now, what you're talking about compliance and all that other stuff, I got to get with you because I don't know anything about running a business. You know what I mean? So it's like I be missing and ducking on a lot of things. Things aren't hitting correctly. So I'm trying to figure out. I need a tune-up.
That's
Right.
what's up.
I got
Right.
12. I got 12 plugs in here, and 6 are only working right.
Wow.
Right.
You feel me? So yeah, we definitely got to talk.
I need your
through.
services.
Absolutely.
Yeah, come through because what we like to do is we're going to help you strategize. So we're going to give you a roadmap,
Right.
and then we're going to provide you with the resources that you need to get it done. And then there's accountability as well, and there's
Right.
mentorship.
Love that.
So I'm not a master of all,
Right.
but
Right.
we will connect you with what you need, who you need to be with, and then trusting sources if it's a space that I'm not familiar with or
Right.
that I don't have a partnership with. And we're
Right.
also, with that being said, we are interested in looking for partnerships with different business affiliations in different categories and industries that would be interested in joining and participating in entrepreneurship training programs.
Dope.
So for example, there may be someone out here who has trucking businesses. If you're interested in partnering with our education and training program, the investment, of course, reach out as well. Because what happens is I have a lot of clients that come through. We get them where they need to be with compliance. We get them to figure out what it is that they want and what their strategy is going to be and their timelines and launch plans, but then they still need mentorship and coaching after that in that field. And we
Right.
don't want to leave people hanging.
Right.
You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? So it's only so far that I can take you, and you could take yourself, but you
That
need to
part.
continue to seek out mentorship, coaching, training.
Right.
You just got to continue to seek out it. And then once you get to a certain point, you need to give it back,
Absolutely.
and you need to
That's-
pay it forward.
Absolutely.
That's the key right there.
Help somebody
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about. And that's what the Mind Our Own Businesses platform is all about. Like, for all of us to come together, to collaborate with one another. Like, everybody has a piece that can go into this puzzle for everybody to succeed, not just within businesses, but outside of businesses and within the community as well. So if everybody join forces, we're unstoppable. Can you imagine how powerful we will be as a people?
A huge
Crazy.
force.
Yeah.
A huge force.
We're a movement by ourselves, but we are a force when we're together.
We make us better.
Yes, all of that.
Yes, we need to make ourselves better,
That part.
and we need to help each other.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? But what the girls say, you can't give up all the sauce.
Yeah,
Right.
you can't.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
it's not worthy of everybody. You don't know what to do with it.
right.
for
But if
those who
everybody
know-
if everybody bought their sauce to the table,
we
you
have
know what
a
I'm
hella-
saying?
hella stew, right?
Yeah, we can
What?
eat.
Be better than
We
jambalaya
can
and all of
eat.
that. The mixture of seasons and everything that we can do.
Yes.
Yes.
Because we are powerful people, and that's why, like, they don't like us. But they make us not like ourselves. And we fight amongst ourselves all of the time when all we need to do is come together. And that's what they're afraid of. But that's what we have to do as a people. Like, we have to join forces. Like, every other culture is doing that. And they're succeeding with it. We're the only culture that do not support one another on a regular basis. Like, I don't understand. Like, come on, people. Come on, get on board.
It's like, when are we getting on board? And
Get
it's
on
slowly.
board,
It's not going to
yeah.
happen overnight. We're not going to save them all and bring them all together. But the ones that we can do, it's going to be effective, and we're going to make
Right.
an impact. And it's going to be some tangible results demonstrated with the people and coming through our program and like the people that you're helping. But it has to start somewhere.
Right.
It has to start
Right.
somewhere.
And just like
we
you
have to commit
said in the
to it.
very beginning, like what you have, it's not for everybody. What we all have is not for everybody. Everybody can't go, but those that want to go, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
That's right. If you're ready to stop playing and get your shit together and you're serious about your business and your entrepreneur endeavors, then get with us. Like I said, our new client waiting list is opening up. You can follow me on social media at Coach Dawn Michelle. I'm on Instagram, Facebook,
TikTok, LinkedIn.
the foundation, where follow us too. I am felon friendly, and just DM me and just say I'm interested in a wait list, and then we'll get back with you within the next 2 weeks. And we'll do some assessments and some screenings and things of such, and then we'll see if this is a good match for you, and then we can move forward from there. And if it's something that's not a good match for you right now, then I can recommend and redirect you somewhere else
Right.
in the meantime. Like I
Right.
said, because I'm not a dream snatcher by no
That
means,
part.
but you got to be ready.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And some people are ready. It might be people that are already in business that just need
Some coaching,
some coaching, little things
yeah.
done, and either in a better space than others.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that might, you might have something else going on with our program as opposed to someone else, a beginner. Like I said, so let's talk. DM me. Let's have a conversation. Let's brainstorm and let's do an assessment and see where we are, what our dreams and goals are, and what kind of commitment you're really making, the sacrifices you're really making, and the investment. In the investment.
Yeah,
You're
that
gonna pay
part.
like you weigh. Not like that. I'm just saying. It
I
is what
mean,
it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that separates
I mean, if
us,
it's for
the
you
winners
or
from the
it's
losers.
not.
Right.
Yeah.
How bad do you want it?
How
That
bad do you
part.
How
want it?
bad do you want it? And you're gonna get it back. You're gonna
Right
get it
back.
back.
Right back.
Right
You're
back.
gonna get it back. You can't get something for nothing. You gotta work for it.
Cola
Gotta work for it.
stated that is why the bazaar is so dope. That is exactly why the bazaar is so dope, Gola, because we collaborate like that. Like this, a
Exactly.
bunch of black-owned businesses coming together to network with one another. Like, it has been so many collaborations that has happened from business owners at the bazaar, like, because everybody has something that somebody else needs. Period. Like, you don't have it all.
Right.
You'll never have it all. But somebody else has that piece. And then you just put your piece. See, I don't have my logo on it
Like
yet.
that, today.
Because you know it's a puzzle piece. And
I
all
was
you
like,
gotta
should I wear my
do-
Eagle shirt today? Then I said, no. Look, my sister's on there. She said, hey, Dawn. Hey, Keisha.
Hey,
Nina.
Christina.
You remember Keisha?
Yeah.
We used to be
Of
jumping
course.
double dutch on the playground. Well, y'all don't know. Me and this
Yeah, we
Keisha
go
go way back. way back.
We did a third of our life together.
Yes,
Yeah. Like, we go
yes.
way
So we
back.
way back. So my sister just chimed in and say hello.
Yeah, but I was
who's-
up their house on the regular. Like,
yes,
so you, like,
yes.
you knew what the relationship was if my mom allowed me to come over your house. So.
Exactly.
My mom, that was one of the houses I was allowed at.
To go to.
Yeah,
Yes.
we go way back.
Let me see. Somebody said, Cola said therapy is necessary. Yes.
It is.
The
It
dope,
definitely
I can't
is.
see the other. Oh wait, she here.
Mary
Collaboration
Jackson
is
said, I
not
love
competition.
this.
Exactly.
It's not.
Collaboration is not competition, and I'm glad you said that, Cola, because you know what my thoughts are on that. It's enough out here for everybody to
For
eat.
everybody
You cannot
to eat.
service everybody. You just can't do it.
Right.
You can't.
It's impossible. So why act like that?
Right. We don't have to be in competition with one another.
No.
Like, if I can't do it, I got somebody
Somebody
that
else that can do it.
Yeah.
Even if it's the same category.
That
I can't
part.
with the party business we had for years, it was like I can't. It's only so many that I
Parties,
can block
yeah,
in
that I
one
could do,
weekend.
right,
You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, why not network with the other people that are in that
Right.
profession and spread the wealth, do referrals
People,
and
and that's the
help
thing,
each other.
people don't like to.
don't.
People do not like to share resources and information. That was another reason why I started Mind Our Own Businesses. Because people were always looking for resources or always looking for who does this or do you
does
can you recommend somebody? And nobody would give the answers on Facebook. I'm like, well, like you just got that shirt made. Tell them who did it.
I'm not gonna tell them so they can take them
I'm
somewhere
not
else
going. I'm not going to tell them who did it because I don't want them to have. Why?
not?
Like you're
That's crazy.
Sad.
come on, people. Like and that was one of the reasons. Like I was like, nah. Like we have to support one another, and we can't. Like we need to be able to have a space where as though we can share resources. If I can't do it, here's somebody else that can.
Right.
If I don't know it, that's like you said. Here's somebody else that can give you the knowledge that you need. Like it's only so much that you can do, and if you try to do everything, like I do with my business, I try to do everything. It's only going to wear you out.
Wear you out.
Like you need help. You need a team. Like
a team.
you're only going to overwhelm yourself.
Don't look at me.
Hey, listen, I got an HR coach for you.
Oh, do you?
I do.
Why would you
I
look
do.
at me?
Because that's you too.
That's not me.
That is.
That has not been me. I have, listen, literally, you can look at the beginning of the radio station. Everybody that comes through here has a home. Everybody
That
that
is
comes
true.
through here has a job.
No,
They
what I'm
choose-
saying
I'm
is
not
you
doing
will
things-
try to take on
No, I will not.
everything. Yes, you do,
No, I
Pierre.
will not.
Yes, you do.
No,
You
I
be like,
will not.
I don't have nobody to do it. I'm
If
going
I
to
don't-
just do
if
it
there-
myself.
If there's nobody here,
You don't, sometimes you won't even ask.
I'm not going to ask you. If you're here to help,
what I
you're
mean?
supposed to help. You're supposed to say,
See what
okay,
I mean?
I'm not going to ask you to do anything.
Sometimes
See,
everybody
you need to
can't
humble
read
yourself.
your mind.
You're
Like,
struggling with humility. You gotta ask for help.
yeah,
You gotta
that
ask for
part.
help.
What happened?
Look, the
Something
computer
went
cut off.
off.
Y'all cut the computer off.
We
We're
cut
still
it off?
live.
Are we
Oh,
still
okay.
alive?
We're still
Okay,
alive.
yeah, you gotta be able to ask for help and delegate.
Yeah.
I know it's
Pierre
your
doesn't
baby.
like to do that.
I know it's your baby.
He won't ask for help. He won't. Like,
I don't have a problem with asking for help. I do have a problem with asking people for help that like to throw the fact that they helped you up in your face. I've dealt with that a lot, right? So if I know I can do it myself, I'm going to get it done myself. If there's somebody that wants to help me, then they need to come forward and say, look, I'm willing to help you. I don't want to assume that the next person that I bump into really wants to help me, because you're really only helping yourself. You know what I mean? So if you're helping yourself and you're not really helping me, why would I keep you around me? It doesn't benefit me if you're not helping me and you're only helping yourself. So I'm not against asking anyone for help. I ask several people for help, right? It doesn't always come out the way it should, right? The way it should play out. But I do understand what you're saying, humility. And that's another thing. I have to look at myself, right?
Right.
And say, you know, this is where I fail, right? Every day I do that, right? So I try to make sure. So if humility, then I need to be, how can you not be humble asking people for help?
can we still be seen?
Yeah,
Even though,
yeah, we still on Facebook.
Oh. We just can't see.
Oh, the computer just died.
Oh, the computer
Oh,
died.
so y'all can see us, but we can't see y'all.
Yes, we can't see you.
It's still live. Pull it up.
Hold up, y'all. Hold up. But yeah, we're about to wrap up anyway.
Okay.
To be honest, was there anything else that you wanted to share with people?
Well, I thought he wanted to get into a whole conversation about humility. But
No, we
we'll
gonna
say
talk
that
about
for another day.
that. Yeah, we gonna talk about that. Because I feel like if you have the knowledge, bro, you got to share it with the people. And that's why the radio station is here, right? I felt like there was a gap in information. I feel like no one was talking about the things that we needed help with. No one comes out and says, listen, we need us. The one thing I understand about working together is that unity makes strength, right? That's on the Haitian flag. My father used to always tell me that. So when I was locked up, quick story, I'm looking out the window and I see these 3 young men that I know. I'm like, damn, they up here. And I hear this, I told you. I said, what you say, Sally? My son said, I ain't say nothing. Like, all right. Lay in the bed, I'm like, damn, I'm gonna go out to the yard. And then I tell you about, I said, Sally, what did you down there talking about? He said, I ain't say nothing. I said, I'm not going out to the yard. And I just sat in the cell and I cried, bro, because I knew it was my father trying to talk to me. And for the first time, that was the first time I ever heard his voice. I'm like, all right, yeah, I fucked up, right? Trying to be someone that I knew I wasn't. Trying to hang out with people that I knew I wasn't supposed to. I tried to go out and hang out with them. My dad said, no, you're not going out. If you go outside, you're going to end up upstate just like them. And now I'm upstate looking out the window, and there they are. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I said, I can't do this no more. I can't be associated with those people. I can't go home and do the same thing all over again. I came home, I flew straight, bro. Well, not really straight, but
I know what you mean.
as straight as a person can fly, not knowing what they wanted to do. And it wasn't until I was 36, so it was 8 years later, 8 years removed of everything that I did, and I made a mess of my life to that point. Kids on my wife, cheated on my wife, lied to my wife. You feel me? Fucked that up. You feel me? So I messed up so much that I had no other choice. I honestly thought I'd be dead by 37. So it was like, damn, I'm still here. Shit, I gotta change my life.
Make an impact.
And that's where the radio station came from, right? And for other people to understand that they go through the exact same. That's just not my problem. That's everybody's problem.
Right.
You know what I mean? So let's talk about it. Let's come to the radio station. Let's talk about entrepreneurship. Let's talk about parenting. Let's talk about relationships. Let's talk about all the things that everybody says too taboo to talk about. And when a man talks about it, other men say, oh man, he acting like a female. Well, I'm acting like a female because I'm talking about things that you deal with yourself, but you just like playing around on the other side. So you don't want nobody to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it. I mean, that's the whole stigma behind therapy as well. Like, that's what's in our community, and like, people don't want to go to therapy because they don't want to, like,
you don't want to be
They
accountable.
don't want to deal with it. They don't want
Therapy's not for us, especially the black men. I don't need no therapy. I mean, I didn't think I needed therapy at a point. Child, I learned so much about myself.
Yes. Yes, and
Real
like
quick.
you said, it took you back to that 16-year-old.
Yeah.
16-year-old.
It will
Yeah.
take you back to some things in your childhood to, like, why am I like this?
Yes.
What the, like, what,
And once
where
you
did
figure
things
it
go
out,
wrong?
and you
Yeah.
can see that.
And then you gotta, it's nasty,
baby.
right?
You can't go back to doing the same thing
Yes.
anymore. Once you realize
Once you
what it
know
was.
better, you do
Do
better.
better.
So once you started making money, you stopped evolving, you stopped growing. You're still that same. Your behavior is that of a child. You sitting here with your wife right now, telling her everything you did. Like, she's supposed to forgive you. She don't have to forgive you.
She don't have to.
Have you forgiven yourself? I said, man, why you being so hard on me? He said, I'm not being hard. I'm just being real. What do you want to be when you grow up? Grow up.
Grow up.
Well, it look
36
like we
years
all
old.
grew up.
Grow up.
Yeah. Look like we all did some growing
We
up.
did some growing up.
Yeah,
And I appreciate you
I'm
guys, and I just
proud
want
of
to commend you.
you.
I'm proud of you guys too. I commend you for all the work that you guys are doing in the community and with yourself and what you're doing in your cause. It's very important. I appreciate you as well. Like, likewise, the love is
Yes,
reciprocated. Thank
definitely.
you for having me on here. And this is actually the first platform I've been on since I lost my son. So I appreciate the opportunity to come on here and share. And be a vessel of hope and strength for
It
others.
inspired me.
You know what I
You
mean?
inspired me.
Thank you.
really did. When I
Thank
was
you.
just watching what you were going through, and you bouncing back the way you did, I was like, oh yeah, I need her on the show. Like, sis is
appreciate
doing
that.
it. So you are definitely, like,
And I'm still
you
going through it.
inspire
You see,
me,
he's with me every
motivate
day.
me.
It hurts like hell. It's a completely 360. It's like, it's just different.
Yeah,
It's different. It's having to get used to the new normal. It's like a whole person is missing now from my life.
Right.
And I'll tell you one thing, I struggle with understanding what my purpose is going to be now. Because as a woman, as a mother, that's every day we get up, that's what we do.
Right.
So now
Every mom.
my baby is going to have a child missing. Now what? Now what am I supposed to be doing? I said, girl, you keep doing what you've been doing. you already know what you're supposed to be doing.
That part.
You already know what you're supposed to be doing. And like I said, once I identified with that and realized that this is something I can't control, it ain't no sense in what I'm gonna do. Fight God? Go get it. What
You're
I'm
not
gonna
gonna
do?
win that battle.
I ain't gonna win.
Ain't gonna win that battle.
Wake up, baby, get up, come on up. That ain't happening. This ain't the movies. He's asleep eternally.
Right.
You know what I mean? So accepting that and knowing that and just deciding to just get up every day and push for it and make the best out of the rest of the time that I have here that I'm going to be blessed with, and and being happy.
Right.
Seeking happiness, you know what I mean, and love. You know what I mean? So like I
Awesome.
said, I invite everybody, love someone, hug someone, help someone.
Please.
Because you just
Yeah.
never know.
Never
Right.
know.
That
You just
part.
never know.
I'm just so glad you were able to tell your story. I wanted people to hear your story,
Thank you.
because you have a story that needs to be heard. Like, there's a lot of people that's struggling to get up and get their shit together. Like, and not even going through all of the things you went through, just with day-to-day life
Day-to-day
and
life.
and trying to find, okay, what do I say to myself? How do I get up? How do I motivate myself? Like, how do I keep going? Like, I hit a stumbling block. I hit a road. Like, what's next? What do I do? So I needed people to hear your story.
Thank you.
Like, shit, she went through some stuff and she got up and she got her shit together and she kept it moving, and she out here doing big things with her businesses. So I need y'all to make sure y'all follow her if you need any sort of coaching. She also needs some volunteers for
foundation.
The Felony Foundation. Just let them know how they can find you one more time.
So you can find me well, first of all, I am Coach Dawn Michelle. I help entrepreneurs and business owners release the hustle mindset and get a clear roadmap and the resources that you need so that you can have a profitable business.
That
Okay?
part.
So we specialize in compliance. We get business credit started. We can help you get some cash flow rolling.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
You know what I'm saying? So, and we're just interested in people that are serious about change and serious about growth. You can find me at Coach Dawn Michelle on Instagram, TikTok, social media. My name is Dawn Chamberlain. There's a few of them, but I'm the only one that looks like me, if you know what I mean. So if you go on social media or any of those platforms and put in Dawn Chamberlain, Chamberlain like Wilt, spelled that way, you can find me that way too. But at Coach Dawn Michelle, shoot me a DM, let me know you're interested, follow me. Share, like, comment, and share, of course. Spread
sure
the
y'all
word.
share this
And we have
live
a new
out as well.
cohort starting for our training program, and we'd love to have you a part of it. Like I said, we just want to see who's all interested and see if we're a good fit for one another and get the ball rolling and get to this bag. Period.
Let's get to the bag.
Period.
Let's get to the
Again,
bag.
you
And make
know.
sure y'all come out February 25th and, get to those bags.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
fill up-
February 25th, come to the
February
bazaar.
25th, the Black Owned Business Bazaar will be at the Leak Center from 12 to 5 p.m. We have lots of business owners. We have a sponsor called Vakila. Come on out. Like, it's always a vibe. It's always a vibe. If you've never been to the Black Owned Business Bazaar, you are missing an experience.
That Vakila had me a little loose.
It's
like,
an experience.
what
It
is
really
this?
is. So come on out. Come on out and support our Black-owned businesses right here in our own communities. Like,
Yes.
everything is it ties all in together. Mind our own business.
Mind
Our
our own
own
businesses.
community.
That is so
Our own
powerful.
everything. Like,
That is
come
so
on. Like,
powerful.
yes. Like, come on.
So
Come on out.
powerful.
Make
Yes.
sure, February 25th, Black-owned Business Bazaar. We have over 25 secured thus far. We are only taking a few more, especially in specific brands. So if you're interested in becoming a vendor, the link is on my website, www.mindourownbusinesses.com. I look forward to all your businesses being on the platform soon,
Okay.
because people need those resources. So with that being said, let's go Eagles!
Eagles, E-A-G-L-E-S,
Eagles!
minding our own business.
Yeah.
Stop playing and get your shit together.
That part,
I am
that
Coach Dawn
part.
Michelle, and I am felon friendly.
Take us out, P.
Yes, sir.
Yes.